Number 1. Don't scream for help. Yes, I know, this one sounds wildly counterintuitive. You're in danger, some creepy dude is chasing you through a foggy parking lot. Your brain's immediate response is, yell help. But here's the unsettling truth. Screaming help is, statistically speaking, one of the least effective ways to get assistance. People don't respond well to vague cries. Help is what they hear when a toddler falls off a swing, or when someone drops their iced coffee. Your average passerby isn't processing it as crime in progress, but scream fire, or he's got a knife. And suddenly, you've got attention. People look up, phones come out, panic gets shared, and boom, you're no longer alone. This phenomenon is tied to something called the bystander effect. It's when people see someone in trouble and just kind of freeze because they're assuming someone else will deal with it. The more people around, the worse it gets. It's like group stage fright, except you're the one bleeding. The harsh reality is that clarity equals urgency. Specific, loud, terrifying details bypass the part of the brain that likes to pretend everything's fine. So yeah, yelling fire when there's no fire might feel illegal, but it might actually save your life. Basically, your vocal cords aren't just there for TikTok karaoke. Use them like a car alarm with very convincing plot spoilers. Number 2. Don't follow the crowd. Let's play a fun mental game. You're at a concert, loud music, flashing lights, mild dehydration. Suddenly the fire alarm blares. You look around, nobody's moving, so you stay. Because if nobody else is running, maybe you're overreacting. Congratulations, you just fell victim to social proof, a delightful glitch in your brain that makes you outsource your survival instincts to total strangers with questionable judgment. In a life or death situation, following the crowd can be the fastest way to get trampled, trapped, or toasted. People don't like being the first to panic. We'd rather die calm and collected than look stupid running for an exit that might be unnecessary. That's why in so many real-life disasters, fires, stampedes, sinking ships, people just sit there, paralyzed by group inaction, while literal flames are licking the curtains. In fact, some experts recommend doing the exact opposite of what everyone else is doing. If the crowd is moving toward one door, try the other. If everyone's bottlenecked in a hallway, smash a window, just maybe not on the 32nd floor. The point is, if the masses are chill, that doesn't mean you're safe. It might just mean everyone's politely ignoring the apocalypse. Number 3, take off your clothes in the snow. Okay, don't panic. This one isn't a dare, it's survival science. Picture this. You're stranded in freezing temperatures, your clothes are soaked, and you're shivering so hard your bones feel like maracas. Everything in your body says stay warm, stay covered. But if your clothes are wet, they're doing the opposite. Wet clothing pulls heat from your body 20 to 30 times faster than dry air. You're basically marinating in a cold death blanket. At a certain point, stripping down and wrapping yourself in dry insulation, like leaves, pine needles, or your friend's dry shirt, don't ask how you got that, will actually increase your survival odds. This is where paradoxical undressing comes in. Some people suffering from late-stage hypothermia start ripping off their clothes because their bodies are tricked into thinking they're burning up. Spoiler alert, they're not. They're freezing to death, but their nervous system is throwing one last delusional party before the shutdown. So yeah, while stripping in the snow sounds like the beginning of a Darwin Award story, under very specific conditions, it's actually backed by cold, hard science. Think of it this way, if your pants are trying to assassinate your core temperature, it's time to break up with them. Number 4, drink dirty water, carefully. You're lost in the wild, your lips are cracked, your tongue feels like a tortilla chip, and every cell in your body is shrieking for hydration. Suddenly, you spot a stagnant little puddle. It smells like regret and mosquito eggs. Conventional wisdom says don't touch it, you'll get sick, or worse. But here's the awful truth. You can survive weeks without food, but only days without water. And once dehydration starts messing with your brain, you're not exactly making Nobel-level decisions anymore. So in some extreme situations, drinking dirty water might be less deadly than drinking no water at all. Your body can fight off a lot of stuff, bacteria, protozoa, even parasites, for a while. What it can't do is keep functioning with zero hydration. The trick is being strategic. Sip slowly, don't chug. Look for the clearest water possible, avoid bright green sludge, and always drink from flowing sources if you can. Even better? Make a solar still or use a t-shirt as a DIY filter. Is it gross? Yes. Will it save your kidneys from total shutdown? Also yes. And no, we're not saying go full swamp sipper immediately, but when you're half dead from thirst, sipping a questionable puddle might delay the real problems long enough to get help. Basically, you've got 2 options, possibly diarrhea later, or literally becoming jerky now. Choose wisely. Number 5, don't light a fire at night. Fire. Humanity's original flex. It's warm, it's cozy, it keeps the wolves away. What could possibly go wrong? Well, if you're in a survival situation, especially if you're being hunted by animals or, people, lighting a fire is like sending out a glowing RSVP to whatever wants to eat or rob you. In total darkness, a single campfire can be seen from miles away. It's a beacon. It says, "Hey predators, dinner's served." Not to mention, smoke and crackling sounds are the wilderness equivalent of ringing the dinner bell. So if you're trying to stay hidden, or you're not sure what's out there, building a fire at night could be the worst possible move. Instead, experts recommend doing your fire building, cooking, and drying during the day, then burying the embers and hunkering down cold once the sun drops. It's the survival version of partying in secret and ghosting everyone after dark. Sure, it's uncomfortable, but you know what's more uncomfortable? Being silently stalked by a mountain lion while you're roasting marshmallows. Number 6. Sleep before you're safe. You've escaped a disaster, you've run for hours, you're bruised, bleeding, and covered in what might be barbecue sauce. You finally see a road or a possible exit. Logic says, push through just a bit farther. But survival experts say no, you might need to sleep first. Here's why. Extreme exhaustion can kill your judgment faster than fear ever could. Sleep deprivation makes you clumsy, irrational, and more likely to walk straight into a second disaster because your brain is functioning at microwave toast levels. In survival scenarios, even a 20-minute power nap can restore enough cognition to stop you from stepping into quicksand or trying to fist-fight a bear because you mistook it for your cousin. True story, okay? Probably. It's not about being lazy, it's about avoiding fatal mistakes. Your body doesn't just want sleep. It needs it to keep your organs and instincts aligned. Otherwise, you're just a sleep-deprived raccoon in human skin, charging toward the first shiny object you see. So yeah, lie down, close your eyes, and recharge. That road's not going anywhere, but your sanity might be. Number 7. Eat bugs before berries. If you're ever stuck in the wilderness, stomach growling like a medieval torture device, and you spot some bright juicy berries on a bush, stop. Put down the Instagram lens, because berries, despite their innocent snackable appearance, are nature's Russian roulette. Many wild berries are toxic, and some don't even give you the courtesy of tasting bad before they wreck your insides. A handful of the wrong fruit can lead to vomiting, hallucinations, liver failure, or the kind of diarrhea that becomes a survival issue real fast. On the other hand, creepy crawlies like crickets, ants, and even worms, shockingly edible, high in protein, low in murder. And while your brain might scream nope at the idea of popping a bug into your mouth, your digestive system is like, honestly, we've had worse. Here's the secret. Go for bugs that don't bite, sting, or glow like radioactive nightmares. Avoid bright colors, strong smells, or anything that looks like it could summon a demon. Cook them if you can. Even a quick roast over a fire helps kill parasites. It's not glamorous, it's not delicious, but it is survival. And if it's between eating a fat grub or becoming one, I think you know which one wins. Basically, the rule is, if it grows on a bush and looks tasty, it might kill you. But if it looks like it crawled out of a Tim Burton movie, bon appetit. Number 8. Move toward the noise. Every horror movie has taught you, if you hear something in the woods, you run the other way. But out in the real world, where rescue is the goal and not dying in the third act is the vibe, moving toward sound might actually save your life. Here's the logic. If you're lost and you hear machinery, voices, or even something as faint as a dog barking, that's civilization, or at least people. And people usually come with phones, vehicles, and a general lack of bear attacks. Sure, your instincts might yell, that could be danger. But your instincts also think every creaking floorboard is a serial killer. Sometimes, your lizard brain is just wrong. Of course, be smart. If the noise sounds like a banshee or chainsaw-wielding gremlin, maybe don't sprint into it. But in most survival cases, especially post-disaster or if you're injured, following noise, even faint human-made noise, can lead you out of isolation. Silence means isolation. Noise means potential rescue. So yes, if you hear something, don't freeze, move carefully toward it. Just, maybe don't yell hello, like you're in a haunted house. Think of it as hide and seek, but losing means existential dread. Number 9. If you're being followed, don't go home. Imagine this. You're walking home at night, and you notice someone trailing you. Not close enough to confirm, but just enough to crank your heartbeat into dubstep mode. Every nerve says, get inside, get home, lock the door. Wrong move. If someone's following you, going home is the worst possible idea because now they know where you live, and if they're actually dangerous, congratulations, you just sent them a Google Maps pin to your safe zone. Instead, survival psychology says, head somewhere public and chaotic. Gas stations, convenience stores, fast food joints, anywhere with cameras, people, and witnesses. Bonus points if there's coffee. Even better, change your behavior. Walk in unpredictable patterns, double back, stop suddenly. A random stalker might give up if you make yourself too hard to track. And if they don't? Boom. Confirmation. And now you're in a public place to deal with it. Your home should be your fortress, not the final scene of a cautionary tale. Remember, if something feels off, trust it. And don't lead the villain to your secret base like you're in a low-budget spy movie.